You know it's messy when your cat wants to get under there and can't find a spot to sit.
Welcome to my home. If you're new here, my name is Karen, and today I am tackling another tiny tidy, and we are going underneath the kitchen sink, and I'm going to get it all cleaned and organized. This has been bothering me for absolute months, and I don't know why I didn't get to it. It's just an easy area to ignore when you have other things that you'd rather be doing. But thanks to Sunday Dawn and her tiny tidy team, I am tackling it today on Tuesday. I think I just found a tongue twister for you. Of course, what would be an organization project without finding empty containers that were not thrown away? I don't know what the rest of the tiny tidy team is tackling today, but I will be watching, and I hope that you'll join me. I'll have the links in my description box below.
It reminds me of the rabbits from Peter Rabbit, because that's how they greet each other. Is they do the head boop.
If you're doing a tiny tidy today, I hope that you'll let me know in the description box what project you're tackling. And if you can't find one, you're welcome to dive under your kitchen sink with me. Alexa, give us some calming work music. The bottom of this cabinet needed to be wiped down, and I really didn't want to dive under there, so I got out my Swiffer mop, and that did a fine job. At some point, I need to replace the liner on the right-hand side. I had some like melting, or I don't know if it was chemicals on the liner itself or what it was, but it's fine for now. It's doing its job of keeping the bottom of the cabinet protected. And now I can just come in with a sponge and get the sides wiped off and get everything nice and clean. I wanted to see what Target had for undersink organizers, so I actually didn't get to put anything back this day. I only got to clean it out. I got this yesterday at Target. You know, I kind of had one of those run away from home shopping trips where you're just like, I need some time, people. And I got this. I was actually wanting like a whole system to put under my sink, but number one, I completely forgot to measure, and number two, it's really hard to find stuff specifically for under the sink in the stores. You can find tons of it online, and I did not have the patience to wait. It has like the hardware here where you can screw it down to the cabinet floor. Certainly not going to do that yet. I'm going to live with it for a while and see if I like it. See if I love it. It takes a lot for me to make holes in my cabinets or the cabinet floor. So the other thing I wasn't a big fan of, but I understand why they do it, is they put these little plastic thingies on here so that the drawers don't slide out in the store. But I always like to try drawers in a store because sometimes they don't slide nicely. But took a risk. So I think I can just set it on the floor of the cabinet and still use it to slide out because I love the slide out feature. We'll just see. Let me know, have you done this in any of your cabinets? And if so, did you screw it to the bottom of the cabinet? See, this is the thing. I like to change my mind a lot. I feel, well, maybe that's not true. Maybe I just think I do. I don't know. But anyway, oh yeah, see? So we'll have to see if it can work without me. You know, I wonder if I could put command strips on it to attach it to the bottom. Would that work with metal? Not sure. Let me know in the comments what you think, but let's go try it out. There's two things that I've learned about decluttering and organizing a space that are so very important. The first one is, what is your vision for the space? So before you even do anything, what do you hope happens? Like, what do you hope it's going to look like? Obviously, everybody says clean and organized. So one of the ways to achieve that, and that's my second principle, is to, once you have a vision, and first of all, in that vision, it has to be what am I going to use that space for and what needs to be there in order for me to use that space well. So under the sink, it's pretty clear. I need to have the dishwasher tabs. I need to have the dishwashing liquid, you know, anything I'm using to wash up dishes. And I prefer anything I'm going to use to clean the kitchen. I like to have in the room. I don't like things being trapped in a bathroom, because then if someone's using the bathroom, you gotta wait, you know, and I don't like things being in the basement. You know, I just like to have it very accessible, because I tend to clean more often if it's accessible. So what I'm gonna do is put the things in the space that I really need to be there, and then whatever's left over, it's got to go. It's either got to go, like decluttered, leave the house, or it has to be stored somewhere else. So the first thing I'm going to do when I clean out the space is put in the things I want where I want them. Everything that's left over gets an eviction notice. So this all-purpose spray is going into our bathroom because I don't need two in the kitchen. These twisty ties I really think can go. I'm going to put them in the pantry. Just ask my husband if there's a specific reason he's keeping them. And then a lot of these odds and end plastics, they're just going to go in the trash. The containers, the green containers, I'm kind of over those. I got them at the dollar store. They're in great shape. So they'll probably end up at Goodwill. This I don't like. It makes my food taste like soap. And then these are microfiber cloths that need to be washed. And then I have a couple extra scrubbies that can go in a drawer where I keep all of my extra scrubbies. Now, along with having empty containers that you throw away when you do some organizing, you also have to have a very grisly discovery. Now, pretty much everything in this box is going to get thrown away because you can see the leaking that happened on the side. It must have come out of one of our pipes. I don't even know, but it was stinky and yucky. So the little plastic piece right there that I'm putting away now, that goes to my steam mop. It's what we put the water in when we go to fill the steam mop. And then there was the metal drain catcher that I will keep in case my plastic one ever breaks. This box here is just going. I'm not even going to deal with it. It's gross and smelly. And then this was my little scrubber from Grove Collaborative, where you put the little soapy water in, you put your scrub brush in. It's for doing dishes. I need to clean it out, but I'll just do that when I do dishes tonight. No big deal. And then the pumpkin, well, he's getting evicted. He's now lost his stand, so he can go in the bathroom with some of my other little fall pumpkins. Here is the messy before, where nothing was fitting and everything was toppling, and then here it is now. I am so very happy with it. I was bringing other people from the family into the kitchen and making them look so they could give me kudos. I just really love it. Now, remember that Sunday Dawn, our hostess with the mostest, has a full playlist of tiny tidies that I have in my description box below. I hope that you keep watching, and as always, remember that God loves you and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.